Hey Sunshine Nation, thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you for all your comments. I do read them and I really do appreciate them. Now, I would like to tell you guys about an experience I had. One time I tried out sailing, and I actually really love sailing. And we went out to this big river and we just sail around, and there's a lot of ways that you had to sail. We had to learn how to steer the boat, learn how to put the sails up. And something I noticed while we were putting all the sails and everything up, there were so many details and so many ropes that we had to tie and so many lines that we had to tie and a certain way we had to put the sails up. If we didn't do it in that specific way, then the whole boat would just tip over, or the sail would go loose, or it would just make it harder to steer the boat. Whenever I went out there, one time I forgot to tighten a certain rope, and I forgot to tie just a little knot that they told me to tie in this rope. And I didn't know why we had to tie that knot. I forgot to do it. The sail went loose and it started flying and flapping everywhere, and I couldn't turn, so I ran into a whole nother shore, and someone else had to come and help me and had to redo the sail, and it was just a whole mess. And what I learned from that experience is that a lot of times in our life we have a lot of small things that we have to do. We might wonder why we have to do it. God tells us a lot of things, like to have faith, to keep praying every day, to keep reading the scriptures. And we might think, why do I have to do all these little things? How will these little things help me? What I realized is that those little things, they build up to become great things. Just tying that knot in the sailboat makes the sailboat steer and being able to sail beautifully. Now in James chapter 3, verse 4, it says, "Behold also the ships, which though they be so great, and are driven of fierce winds, yet they are turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth." Basically, our lives are like steering a ship, and God is basically steering our lives, and if we don't do our job and tie the right knots, and if we don't do what we're supposed to do, like saying our prayers and showing love to people, then it'll be super hard for him to steer us, and we could end up crashing. If you remember that these little details are super important, you'll be able to be steered in the right direction. God will be able to help you and guide you where you need to go. And always remember that Jesus loves you, and spread sunshine.